Hello, yogis. Hope everyone is having a lovely Tuesday. Michael asked for shoulders and neck, so that's what we're gonna do today. And I am just gonna do a bit of a beginner class. I'm not feeling too hot myself. I'm fine to be on my mat, but definitely not trying to push it today. But yeah, so we'll do some shoulders and neck, and hopefully everyone will be feeling nice. So let's start. Rather than starting in a comfortable seat like we usually do, I want you to start on your back and just giving yourself a hug. Close your eyes and maybe rock side to side if that feels good, but still bring your focus to your breath. And just breathe down the spine. Inhale and exhale. Come to stillness if you are rocking back and forth, and just as we would set up our space typically, we're just doing it from a different angle, from a different perspective. Deep breath in and out. Again, inhale, still feel the expansion in your chest and your heart. And exhale, root down. Maybe you feel your back and your shoulders relaxing into the ground. Good. One more breath to set your intention for your practice, whatever it is that you're ready to manifest with your movement, with your breath. Thinking of this time as you creating the magic on this magic carpet on your mat. Good. Go ahead and bring your hands to heart center. Plant your feet down so that your knees are bent. Bow your head to your hands, so lift your head up. Bowing to yourself in devotion to your practice, in devotion to your intention, whatever that is tonight. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Good. Release down. Just stretch those arms up above you and behind you. Interlace your fingers and push your palms to the back of your space like a palm tree, and then extend your legs out, point your toes, and just get that full body stretch to start. Keep your hips where they are, keep your legs where they are, and just stretch your arms over to the right. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, go over to the left. Inhale, come to center. And bring your arms around your knees and take a couple of rocks to come up to your seat when you're ready. All right, so a little bit of a different way, a different perspective. It's always important to keep that in mind. All right, I'm gonna get some music going here. Hopefully it won't mute it like it did that one time. All right, so we are going to come onto our knees. And untuck your toes so that the top of your feet are flat on the mat, and then sit back on your heels. So a little Japanese pose, but then we're gonna do some work on the neck. Go ahead and interlace your fingers and bring your knuckles to your chin, to your jaw. Good. On your inhale, you're gonna push up to the ceiling and try and keep your elbows wide. Hold here for 3, 2, 1. Bring the elbows together. Come back down, release, and bring your chin down to your chest. All right, let's do that one more time before we go for the opposite stretch. So interlace your fingers opposite way this time. Bring your knuckles underneath your chin. Inhale, push your neck back so you're gently stretching the neck, and then spread those elbows wide. 3, 2, and 1. Release back down. Good. So now just bring those same interlaced hands behind the base of your skull. And we're gonna come up to standing on the knees. So there's gonna be a little bit of movement with this. So you're gonna start down in your Japanese pose with your chin to your chest, elbows towards one another. Then on your inhale, you're gonna rise up, open your elbows wide, push your belly forward, and look up to the ceiling. Exhale, close down, chin to chest, and then sit back down into your Japanese pose. 3 more, inhale up and open. Exhale, close, gentle tug, and release back down to your seat. 2 more, inhale up and open. So you should feel a little bit of warmth building in your core. Exhale, come back down. 1 more, inhale, open, hold here, letting your head hang heavy into your hands for 3, 2, and 1. Close. Bring that chin to your chest and come to your Japanese pose. Good. Inhale. Come back and bring your arms wide like a goalpost. Okay, so we're gonna just do a little bit of shoulder work. This one really gets me. So if it's too much for you, just listen to your body and just come and give yourself a little bit of a hug. But we're just gonna go for our goalpost. So really, really slow. Take a breath in, roll the shoulders back, and then exhale, just bring your arms down so you're opposite your goalpost. Inhale, rise up. Try and keep your triceps and biceps parallel to the earth, so you're not moving them at all. You're just moving your forearm up and down. So down on the exhale and up on the inhale. 2 more. Exhale, down. I don't know why this one gets me so much. And inhale up. Come back to your intention for 1 more breath. Exhale, release down. Whew. They're cracking like crazy. Inhale up, and then reach your arms high. Exhale, bring your hands down to your sides. Inhale, lift your arms up, and come up to your knees once again. Tuck your toes. Go ahead and just step forward and come all the way up to standing. Good. Inhale, look up towards the ceiling. And exhale, fold forward. Okay. So We're gonna do a couple of different things, just letting gravity help us out with our shoulders. Let's go for a ragdoll pose. So grab opposite elbows with opposite pinkies. Inhale, straighten the spine. So come to kind of a Somaku-asana, but with your arms in ragdoll. And then exhale, head hangs heavy, and pull your elbows, actively pull your elbows towards the ground so that you're opening the back of the shoulder blades. You can rock side to side if that feels good. Inhale. And exhale. Good, come back to stillness. Release your hands down on either side of your feet. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold, plant the hands, and step back, come into Parvatasana, mountain pose. Go ahead and make your way down to your forearms. So coming into a wide stance dolphin. So we're gonna keep our legs where they are. Typically for dolphin, you would walk your feet closer, but we're gonna keep them where they would be for our Parvatasana. So we're just getting a little bit of a gentle engagement of those shoulders. Let your head hang heavy here. Breathe in. And breathe out. Inhale, lift the right leg high. Exhale, bring the right leg down. Inhale, lift the left leg high. Exhale, bring it down. Good, come back onto your hands, come into your Parvatasana. One more breath here in your mountain pose. Inhale. And exhale. Look forward, walk or step forward so that your feet meet your hands at the top of your space. Hi, Leo. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. I'm gonna show you guys behind me. So we're gonna do that ragdoll pose again, but behind your thighs. Bend your knees. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, straighten the legs, and then slide your arms down the legs and come into your Parvatasana. Nope, not Parvatasana. Padhatasana. Forward fold with this really nice grip that's opening the shoulders. Good, bend the knees. Release the arms. Inhale, rise up, come into a quick chair pose. Inhale, come all the way up to standing, hands at prayer. And exhale, elbows together, thumbs down to heart center. Bow your head to your hands and come back to your intention, whatever it is that you are wanting to get out of your practice tonight. Whether that's something you want to gain or something you want to let go of, just remember you're on your magic carpet, so you are in charge of that intention, of that energy, of that magic. Slowly lift the head forward and keeping this engagement in your legs and in your arms. So pushing the left hand into the right, pushing the right hand into the left. We're just gonna do some gentle neck circles here. So keep that engagement in everything. So your core, your thighs, your glutes, everything is engaged right now. And let's just bring some small neck rolls in one direction. When you're doing your neck rolls, be sure not to completely drop. So you don't want your head to hang heavy. You still want some engagement when you're rolling out towards the back. Come back to center and switch, go the opposite direction. Keep that engagement in your legs and in your arms. Good, come back to center. Inhale, lift your arms high. Let's interlace those fingers and push the palms up, kind of like our Tadasana, but then we're gonna find that Ardha Chandrasana shape with our bodies. So inhale, lean back, exhale, push forward with those palms as much as you can. Good, release your hands down on either side of your feet. Step back, right foot behind you. Ashwasanchalasana. Look forward. Go ahead and drop your back knee down. And we're gonna hug our left thigh. So grab your right shoulder, left shoulder with your right hand, and your right shoulder with your left hand. Go ahead and lift that back leg up if it feels good. And inhale, we're gonna try and straighten our front leg out. Exhale, bend to 90. Inhale, straighten. Always option to drop that back knee down if you need a little added support. One more time. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend, release. Bring your arms wide for just a minute. Hover and look forward. So your arms are stretched out wide. Inhale. Exhale, place your hands down to frame your left foot. Step back, come into your Parvatasana, mountain pose. We're gonna go through our flow, our vinyasa. You know where to go, knees, chest, chin. Guru Namaskara, straighten the legs out, rise up, Bhujangasana, cobra pose. Exhale, release. Tuck the toes, find your way into your Parvatasana, mountain pose, our base pose, always coming back to that mountain. Inhale, step forward, right foot in between your hands at the top of your space, Ashvasanchalasana. Drop your back now, back knee down first to give yourself that hug. Grabbing opposite shoulders with opposite hands. Option to lift your back knee or keep it planted for our 3 stretches here. Inhale, straighten your front leg out. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. So you're pulling your shoulders open while you're doing this. Exhale, bend one more time. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Good, release, arms come wide. Spread your wings wide, look forward, inhale. And exhale, plant the hands, step forward, left foot meets the right. Go ahead and bend the knees and find your opposite grip for your ragdoll behind the thighs. Inhale, straighten the legs out and slide those arms down. Make sure that your head is hanging heavy so there's no tension in your neck. There's no tension in your mind. Inhale. Exhale, release the hands down. Bend your knees. Inhale, rise up, Utkatasana, chair pose. Stay for your exhale. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Interlace those fingers, push your palms up and back for your Ardha Chandrasana with Tadasana arms. Inhale. Exhale, hands at prayer, all the way down to heart center, Pranamasana. Just take a breath here. Hey, Belina. Nice to see ya. All right. A little warm from that warm up. Okay. Bring your hands to heart center if they're not already there. We're gonna push, interlace our fingers once again. Push your palms forward and then up once again. And this time come onto your tiptoes. So come into your Tadasana palm tree pose. Heels come together. Squeeze everything together. Nice and tall, stretching it all out just like we did on our backs in the very beginning with our first few breaths. Same pose, different perspective. Inhale. Exhale, heels come down. Keep the hands where they are, fold forward. Stop halfway, Somaku Asana. Stay here, just release the hands, arms go wide, getting those wings once again. Inhale. Exhale, give yourself a hug. So just like we did with the thigh, but without the thigh in between, pull the shoulders down and come into your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, arms go wide. Exhale, opposite grip, and pull down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, arms go wide. Exhale, palms come down, and go ahead and step back into your Parvatasana, mountain pose. Inhale. Exhale. So I am speaking a lot about perspective today. I think it's important for us to think about our perspective, especially with everything going on in the world right now. But remember, it's your intention, it's your magic. So whatever it is that you want to focus on, let that be your drishti. Let that be your focus throughout your practice, what you're sending your energy, your movement towards. So let us pair up our breath. Let us pair up our intention, whether that's for perspective or something else. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, right leg behind you. Exhale, knee to nose, hinge forward, and then place that right foot in between your hands at the top of your space. Ashwasanchalasana, look forward. Come onto your back toe mounds if you're not already there. And we're just gonna take a few rocks. 3, 2, 1, and then bring that left foot down to meet the right at the top of your space. Good. Exhale, forward fold. Bring a little bit of space between your feet, about 1 fist worth distance. Bend your knees. Inhale, rise up, Utkatasana, and then come all the way up to standing on the left leg and bend the right knee. Whew. Good. Let's bring the right arm on top of the left for your Garandasana arms, eagle arms, with our one-legged Tadasana. If this is too much for you, again, just give yourself a hug and just pull those shoulders down. Whatever feels better to you. Finding our balance while we're in this bind. All about that perspective. Inhale, lift the elbows up to eye line, and then wrap your right leg around your left. Come into your full eagle pose, your full Garandasana. Hold here for 3, 4, 2, and 1. Keep your arms where they are. Unwind the legs, and then from here, with your right leg, we're just gonna step back behind you. And come into a wide stance with Garandasana arms. So bring your feet at 90 degrees so that they parallel the short edges of your space. Inhale. Look up towards the ceiling. Roll the shoulders back even in your hold, whether that's this or this. And then exhale, fold forward. Good. Inhale. Exhale, release, arms go wide, find your wings. And holding here, so you're at a halfway lift with a wide stance leg. We're gonna make small circles going one direction with our arms, just working those shoulders. One more breath. Come back to stillness, and then let's go the opposite way. or 3, 2, ooh yeah, and 1. Bring your hands down in front of you. Let your head hang heavy here. If you want to widen your stance here, you can by heel toeing your feet closer to the outside edges of your mat. Whatever feels good. So your head is hanging heavy here. We're gonna interlace the fingers behind the base of the skull and then just gently pull your head in between your legs. Pull any stress out. Pull your chin towards your chest. One more inhale. Exhale. Go ahead and release your hands down. Heel toe your feet back together. So you're standing at the center of your space here. And bring again 1 fist between them. And we're gonna just do our gorilla pose. Really, really nice for the shoulders. So bring your hands underneath your feet so that your toes rest on your wrists, and bend your knees a lot so that your stomach is resting on your thighs. Again, your head is hanging heavy. Shake your head yes. Shake your head no. Exhale everything out. Inhale, straighten the legs out and feel this amazing opening in the back of your shoulders. In the back of your heart space, again, coming to that perspective. We're always focusing on opening our heart by doing heart openers, but we also have to think about the other sides of the heart. So the back of the heart, we got to find opening there as well. Acknowledge all the facets, all the parts. Let the head hang heavy. Go ahead and bend the knees. Exhale. Inhale, straighten them out. Good. Bend the knees. Release the hands from underneath your feet. Inhale, come to a halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. All right. Good. Plant the hands in front of you and then heel toe your feet out, coming back to your wide stance once again. Go ahead and interlace the fingers behind the base of the skull. Engage your core, and on your inhale, start with your chin at your chest. Inhale, rise all the way up to standing. Open those elbows wide and look up towards the ceiling. Good. Come back to neutral neck, neutral spine. Release your arms wide for your wide stance. So I think our right foot came behind us. So we're just gonna turn that left leg forward to point your toes forward, and then switch your back foot onto your toe mounds. Lift your arms high and just come into a crescent lunge. Inhale. Exhale, hinge forward. Give yourself that hug just like we did before, grabbing opposite shoulders with opposite hands. Inhale. Pull those shoulders open, look forward. Exhale, release your hands down to frame your front foot. Step back, high plank. And go through your flow, your vinyasa. Knees, chest, chin, Guru Namaskara. Inhale, rise up, Bhujangasana. Heart open. Exhale, release down. Find your way back to your Parvatasana, mountain pose. Hips are high, no tension in the neck, no tension in the shoulders. So go ahead and let's take a deep breath in, breathing right into the back of your shoulders. And a deep breath out, releasing any tension from your upper body. Inhale, lift your left leg behind you. Exhale, nice and slow, knee to nose, and then place that left foot in between your hands at the top of your space. Again, coming onto your toe mounds with that back foot. Take a few rocks, 1, 2, 3, and then gingerly put that right foot right down next to the left. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Go ahead and bend both of your knees. And this time we'll come into our one-legged Tadasana with your right leg standing. So slowly rise up. Whew. Your right leg is straight, your left leg is bent 90 degrees into your one-legged Tadasana. Hands coming into our Garandasana. So left arm over the right. Whew, for your eagle arms, which I was just reading about this pose. I kind of mentioned it last 2 weeks ago maybe, but really interesting, our Garandasana eagle pose and why it's named that. So from here, go ahead and lift your elbows, whoa, up to eye line, and then find your full eagle pose. So wrap that left leg over top your right. Option to go for the kickstand or go for your full wrap around all the way around the calf. So same arm that's on top is the same leg that's on top to ensure that balance. Garandasana. So yeah, so Vishnu, Lord Vishnu, the one of the gurus that we pray in our guru mantra, just keep holding while I tell this story, allegedly sleeps with a snake, sleeps on a snake, but rides the eagle to get from place to place. And typically these two animals are enemies because the snake eats the eagle's eggs and the eagle eats the snake. But because Vishnu is such a great guru, he is able to keep the two together in a symbiotic relationship. So that is where the name of this pose comes. We're all wrapped around like a snake, but it's named after the eagle. Pretty interesting. All right, keep your arms where they are. Inhale, unwind. Bring that left leg back to your one-legged Tadasana, and then step it behind you, and then wide stance once again. Prasarita with your eagle arms. So make sure your feet are 90 degrees so that they parallel the short edge of your space. Inhale, roll the shoulders back, look up towards the ceiling. Exhale, fold forward. Stop here at that 90-degree angle with your body, and then release your wings. Let your eagle wings fly. So before we did small circles, we're gonna do big circles this time. So make big circles, 1, 2, 3. Come back to stillness, and we'll go opposite direction. Big circles, 1, 2, and 3. Go ahead and bring your hands down in front of you for your Prasarita. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Let's interlace our fingers behind our lower back. Straighten the arms out and let the hands hang heavy over the head that's hanging heavy. So everything in the upper body is hanging heavy. You should feel the engagement in your legs and in your core. But you're stretching your shoulders. You can dip side to side if that feels good. Go ahead and bring your hands down to your lower back to switch your grip, opposite grip. Opposite perspective, and then straighten those arms out once again to get equal stretch on both sides. Good. Inhale. Exhale, release your hands first to your lower back, then down in front of you. Come to a halfway lift, and then heel toe your feet back to the center of your space. So we're gonna do a second round of our gorilla pose, but I want to give you an option to do a different thing. But if you have any wrist pain, definitely just do the way that we usually do. Just do your original gorilla pose, which is bringing the palms to touch the feet. But the opposite way, the other way that I want to do it, is to bring your palms down to the mat. So, and your thumbs are on the outside, pointing to the outside so that they come in line with your pinky toe. So it's just gonna be same thing with the shoulders, but a little bit more on the wrists. Go ahead and bend your knees, head hangs heavy. Exhale everything out. Inhale, straighten the legs out. Oh my gosh. This is a really, really nice stretch if you are practicing handstands or your crane pose or anything where you're balancing on your wrist and putting a lot of pressure on your wrist. This is a really nice opposing stretch, counter stretch. 2 more breaths. One more inhale. Exhale, bend the knees. Whew. Release your hands from underneath. Maybe shake out your wrists a little bit. Ooh, yeah. Good. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant the hands, wide stance your feet once again. And exhale, forward fold. Interlace your fingers behind the base of your skull. Bring your chin to your chest. Exhale. Inhale, rise up, all the way up. Look up to the ceiling. Open your heart. Good. Exhale. Come back to your neutral spine. Left leg is behind you, I think, this time. So switch your front toes, your right toes, to point towards the front of the room. Come onto your back toe mounds. Bend your front knee 90 degrees. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, hinge forward. Go ahead and hug that thigh. Pull those shoulders down. Take 2 breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. One more inhale. Exhale, release. Hands come down to frame that front foot. Step back, high plank. And go through your last flow, last vinyasa. Knees, chest, chin, Guru Namaskara. Straighten the legs out, rise up. Bhujangasana. Exhale, release down. Find your way, Parvatasana, mountain pose. Come on back down to the forearms, coming into that wide stance dolphin. Inhale. And exhale. For beginner level, keep your feet here. If you want to take this asana a little bit further for where we're going, you can walk your feet closer to your elbows. And we're just going to do some core rocks. So on your inhale, come forward on the toes, heads hanging heavy. Exhale, heels back towards the earth. 3 more inhale, toes. Exhale, heels. 2 more. Inhale. Ooh, exhale. This is a really good practice if you're trying to get pincha, aka scorpion. One more time. Inhale, toes. Exhale, heels. Come down to your knees. Knees go wide. Fold all the way forward. Hips back. Balasana, child's pose. Okay, this maybe isn't a beginner's class, but there's lots of options, so. All right. You are in your Balasana. We're coming back to our intention, riding that magic carpet. Where are you sending your energy? What is the magic that you're cultivating and creating? Good. Slowly make your way back up onto your hands and your knees, coming into that tabletop. And let's thread the needle. Let's get a little bit of an opposite shoulder stretch here. So inhale, lift, right arm high. Actually, wait, everybody come down, because you want to always make sure that your alignment is right on this, because if it's not, you can tweak your shoulder, and that is the last thing we want. So go ahead and find your alignment. Make sure that your knees are directly underneath your hips. Make sure that your wrists are directly underneath your shoulders. So line up here. You don't want them far ahead. You don't want them behind. You want them always in alignment. So always take a minute to check in before you go into that asana. Inhale, lift your right arm high once you are aligned. Exhale, thread the needle. Walk that right hand between the space created with your left. Option to walk forward with your left hand, to go for your bind with your left hand. Oh yes, oh my God. I just got so many pops and cracks out that I was dying earlier sitting at the computer today. If you want to go for that grab and get your balance on, you can, but I'm not going to do that today just because I'm not feeling it. See, it's important to listen to your body. Some days you can do things, and sometimes your body's like, hey, listen to me. I need a little break. Just give me a little stretch. Gotta have perspective. Always changing. Go ahead and unwind if you're in the bind. Go ahead and walk that left hand back underneath your left elbow when it's bent. Push your left hand into the mat and lift your right arm high. Hi, buddy. Exhale, bring that right hand down. And before we go on to the other side, we're just gonna do, hi, buddy, come here. Oh, we're gonna do a quick Anahatasana or puppy dog pose, because Leo is a puppy dog and he just came to join us. All right. So for this one, your knees are going to stay bent. Sorry if you can't see me, but your knees are going to stay bent exactly where they are underneath your hips. If you can, straighten your toes out so that your feet come flush against the mat, or you can tuck your toes to protect your knees, depends on what you want. And then we're just going to walk your hands forward to come into your Anahata heart melting pose or Ardha Mukha Asana puppy dog pose. One more breath. Good. Go ahead and walk those hands back. Remember the importance of finding that alignment. I'm gonna hit the wall for sure, but make sure your wrists are underneath your shoulders. Your knees should still be underneath your hips. Inhale, lift your left arm high. Exhale, thread the needle. Go ahead and bring that left arm through the space created with your right. Sorry, messing with the mic with my hair. And then again, your option to walk that right arm forward. Maybe go for the bind. Oh, that was so good. Or you can go for the balancing if you want. Up to you. 3 breaths here. This is really hard with the wall here. 2 more. Unwind if you're in the bind. Bring that right hand back underneath your right elbow when it's bent at 90 degrees. And inhale, lift the left arm high. Exhale, bring it down. All right. From here, you're just gonna walk forward and come onto your belly. Hi, buddy. Which I'm gonna do this way so I can show you. Sorry, Lily. All right, so you're walking forward onto your belly. And, love you. All right, bring your arms out wide. All right, let's start with the left ear down to the mat. Come on to your right hand, bending it just like we were in that heartstring pose. So your left palm is down on the ground. You can't see me because Leo's there, but your left palm is flat. This one, your right palm is flat with your elbow bent, and then you're just gonna push and lift that right leg up and behind you. Oh my God. This feels so good on that left shoulder. If you want to take it further, then you can bring that right hand behind you. Maybe you can grab your hands. I'm not quite there yet. Or you can tuck it underneath your back. Keep that left ear down to the mat. And just breathe into that left shoulder. Deep inhale. Deep exhale. One more inhale. And exhale. Good. Inhale, unwind if you're in the bind. Come back to that elbow bent with your palm flat down on the mat. And then go ahead and lift that right leg, come all the way onto your belly. And switch your ears. So now your right ear is down to the mat. Straighten your right arm out, palm down to the mat. Go ahead and bend left elbow, palm down to the ground. Bend your left knee up and over. And then whatever variation you can keep. This left hand here, pushing gently so that you're pushing that right shoulder into the mat or into the ground. And just getting a deep, deep stretch. Or finding whatever variation suits you. Maybe you just want to float around up here, hey, roll. Or you can go for that bind and tuck. Keep your right ear down to the earth and breathe into that shoulder. Two more. Last one. Exhale, go deep into your stretch. Inhale, unwind, bend that elbow, palm down. Bring your left leg back, come onto your belly. Go ahead and bring both of your elbows bent, forehead down to the mat. Palms are flat on the mat. And now come onto your spider tip fingers. Bring your feet together if you can. Unless you have lower back pain, then you can bring a little bit of space between them. We're just gonna rise up for one more cobra with some shoulder dips. So here we go. Inhale, roll the shoulders back, pick the chest up. Lastly, lift the head and the neck. Exhale, dip that right shoulder down. Inhale, come to center. Exhale, dip left shoulder down. Inhale, center, rise up. Exhale, lower down. Lastly comes the forehead. Good. Interlace your fingers behind your lower back. And then just straighten those arms out and go ahead and rise up. Inhale. Exhale, release down. However you want to do it, we're going to find our way onto our back. So maybe just roll over, or if you have a special way you want to get there, feel free. So just coming on to our back. Go ahead and bring your knees to your chest. Let's go back to where we started our practice. Hug yourself really, really tight. Close your eyes. And I want you to send your breath in between the shoulder blades, in the back of the heart space. Deep inhale. Full open mouth exhale, let it go. Good. One more inhale. Exhale, release everything. Come on to your back. And come into final Shavasana, corpse pose. Close the eyes. Palms are facing up. Bring your breath, bring your focus down to your right foot, your right big toe. Go ahead and wiggle your right toe. Know this toe. Then lift and squeeze all your toes together. Lift that right foot just above your space. Inhale. Exhale, plop it down, release. And as it releases, feel that right foot rooting into the earth, grounding down. And the sensation of being grounded and rooted, allow it to travel up the right leg, the right hip, the right side body, down the right shoulder, the right arm, into the right hand, to the right thumb. Go ahead and wiggle your thumb. Know your thumb. Make a gentle fist with your right hand and lift your hand just above your space. Inhale. Exhale. Release. Palm open. Feel how much more grounded this side feels just for a moment. Have a little perspective here. The importance of self-care and the importance of finding balance. Let's go on to our left side, to our moon side. Bring your focus down to your left big toe. Wiggle your toe. Squeeze all your toes together. Lift that left foot just above your space. Inhale. Exhale, plop it down, ground it down. Feel that grounding moving up the leg, up the hip, up the left side body, to the left shoulder and down the left arm, into the left palm. And now your focus comes to your left thumb. Wiggle your thumb. Make a gentle fist with your hand, your left hand, and lift that hand just above your space. Inhale. Exhale, drop it down, drop everything down. Bring your breath, your focus to your heart. Inhale, lift your chest up, push your heart up on a pedestal. Exhale, let it plop down, grounding you down. Bring your intention, your attention to your face. Squeeze your face together like you licked a lemon. So much tension, tightness. Inhale. Exhale, let it go. Let all the tension go from the jaw, the temples, the forehead. You are completely and utterly relaxed. Floating on your magic carpet, wherever your heart desires. Go there. Breathe there. Be there. this gentle music and the sound of my voice to gently usher you back into your physical body. Into your grounded body. With this new perspective and with an openness to having new perspective on all things, we allow ourselves to be grounded and stable, even in the unknown. Allow gentle movements to come back to your fingers and your toes, your ankles and your wrists, and on an inhale, lifting your arms high above you and behind you, going for that final body stretch, maybe interlacing your fingers and pushing those palms back, pointing your toes, coming into that stretch that we began our practice in. And feeling all of the magic that you cultivated and created flowing through every fiber, every inch of your being. Slowly make your way over to one side of your space or the other, whichever is calling to you. Finding a new perspective on this darkness that might seem scary at times, but it's giving us the opportunity and the chance to experience and be reborn into the light. So as you're ready, I invite you to join me back in the light, coming to a comfortable seat at the top of your space, hands at heart center. And we'll close our practice with one Om. Deep breath in. Bow your head to your hands, bowing to yourself in devotion to your practice, to your intention. Bring the thumbs to the third eye center. The light in me truly recognizes, honors, ignites, but most importantly, reflects the light in each of you. Namaste. Namaste, everybody. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being a part of this. I'm really, really excited. I got myself a new computer today, so hopefully doing studio stuff is going to be a lot easier when I don't have to wait 5 whole minutes to type out one sentence. So hopefully this is going to make things easier, and hopefully I can make it a little bit better for you guys. So yep, shoot me a message. Let me know what you guys want to stretch in these next 2 days. And yeah, I'm going to be in touch hopefully tonight with that message that I'm going to send out. So love you guys. Oh, and shout out to Jamie for these super sweet new pants. I love them. All right. Bye.